Psalm 3. O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I lie down and sleep. I wake again, because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn up against me on every side. Arise, O Lord, deliver me, O my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. Psalm 3 is a psalm with a number of firsts. It's the first time the word psalm appears in the book of Psalms. Of course, psalms are meant to be sung, but the word psalm really means to pluck strings. Now, I don't have a harp or a guitar to pluck. I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to sing the psalm either, so I'll spare you of that. There are some other firsts as well. For example, it's the first time the word Selah is used in the psalm. No one really knows what that word means. Is it a musical term? Did it signify that the congregation had to stop and lift their hands? Did it mean that they needed to take time out to meditate upon what had been said? Psalm 3 is also the first psalm attributed to David, and it's the first prayer too. David was in a lot of trouble. He'd fled Jerusalem when his son Absalom took the throne. The king and his followers escaped over the Jordan River and camped for the night. As David reflected on all that was happening, he wrote the psalm. First, he outlines his troubles. A little bit later on in our series, we'll think about Psalm 46. We'll get there. It tells us that God is a very present help in times of trouble. For David, his enemies were increasing. The king was beyond saving, beyond all help, beyond deliverance. That word, saving, help or deliverance, is the word Yeshua. It sounds a lot like Joshua, doesn't it? Which means the Lord saves. Of course, the Bible tells us that Jesus was called because that's what his name means. But David didn't just speak about his troubles, he spoke about his trust. While he knew he was in danger, he also knew that God was a shield around him. And despite the discouraging situation David faced, he knew that God could restore him and restore him to the throne. Not only did David talk about his troubles and his trust, we see something about his anticipated triumph. He looked forward to a time of victory. There was no fear for him, even if an army of 10,000 warriors were against him. Of course, if the Lord is on your side, our victory is certain, it's secure. And so David asked the Lord to act. Rise up, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. In the book of Psalms, we often have some phrases which are a little bit difficult to understand. They sound quite brutal at times. Strike my enemies on the jaw. Break their teeth. Of course, if we look beyond the words that we think of them as being, we see something of what David was meaning as he used those words. To strike an enemy on the jaw meant a humiliation, a slap in the face, if you like. To break their teeth meant let their words be shown to be a lie. The psalm ends with the phrase, from the Lord comes deliverance. Now, when Jonah was in the belly of the great fish for 3 days and 3 nights, he eventually decided to pray. And right at the end of that prayer, Jonah quoted David. He said, "From the Lord comes deliverance. Our salvation is from the Lord." May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen. God bless you and have a great day.